For today's cup of coffee, Happy New Year. You're like, no, you're behind the times. No, I'm not. No, today is Chinese New Year. And so that's way cool. And I found an article from South China Morning Post by Jill Lander, and that was written on January the 8th of 2024. Because there are so many different types of astrology charts, and I'm a little bit familiar with Chinese horoscopes and stuff. I would love to learn more. I just haven't taken the time to. I'm a dabbler. I've dabbled in different things. So it fascinates me. So I'm just going to read this verbatim. And because it was a very well written post, and we'll all learn together. And she writes, we are entering into possibly the most exciting time in 20 years. So hold your breath, buckle up, and be prepared for major change. It's time to reflect, revive, renew, and reboot. That sounds like oh shit to me. It's just another oh shit omen. And it says the drama of 2024 increases with a new 20-year feng shui cycle that lasts until 2044. Dominated by the element of fire and the number 9, these 20 years will complete a full 180-year cycle. Fire is all things related to life, power, and comfort. Yeah, like that's... Chinese culture believes that the number 9 is auspicious and signifies completion luck, so you can be sure that what you have started will be completed successfully. 9 is also associated with the element of fire. Fire represents anything bright and shiny and gives out light, and is symbolized by summer, by heat and warmth, and by the sunshine. Activate this number by hanging an auspicious picture that shows a multiple of 9, such as 9 horses, keep 9 goldfish in your aquarium, or hang a 9 dragon screen. Again, that goes with the feng shui. A 9 dragon screen sounds wonderful. I think I may have to order one of those. Chinese culture also associates the number 9 with 9 dragons and 9 phoenixes, also found in the Imperial Palace of the Forbidden City in Beijing. 9 too has an affinity with the number 1, which is the alpha of numbers, and this combination of 9 and 1 creates the auspicious sum of 10, signifying the beginning and end or completion luck. And that made me think of the Ouroboros, and that's the serpent eating its own tail. It was my first tattoo, and I still have that incorporated. So, yeah, is that what we got going on right here? And she says, what to expect in the wood dragon year of 2024. The dragon symbolizes power, nobleness, honor, luck, and success in traditional Chinese culture. The dragon is a supernatural being with no parallel for talent and excellence. The influence of the rabbit remains in power and rules until February the 4th, which we've already passed, and therefore the world may look forward to a stable start to 2024 throughout January. Now, February 4th is a very important and magical day in the solar feng shui calendar. I wish I had read this then. As regardless of when the Lunar New Year falls, this is the official day that the dragon makes his presence felt. Yeah, we can, everybody can do that. Everybody feels that. Beyond February the 10th, things start to become interesting. Yeah. Like they haven't been already. And this is just the second month. And as dragon years are epitomized by activity and reaction, the element associated with the 2024 dragon is strong yang wood. In the 5 elemental cycle, wood fuels the element of fire, and thus the quality of the dragon is enhanced. So have we been throwing wood on the fire? I mean, we have here since it's been cold, but, it's going to be going on everywhere. We can see that fires are being stoked worldwide. Now, how this is going to manifest, it's going to be interesting to definitely see. It says, be prepared for an unpredictable and volatile year ahead. Never a dull moment is the phrase for 2024. So we're getting the information from all sides, all different angles. So if somebody is saying that they didn't know this stuff was coming, they're trying hard to not pay attention. It says if you have been desiring change yet have been unable to move forward, the energy of the wood dragon could serve your needs well, especially during the summer months. The downside is that we may witness continual unrest in many communities. Lovely, lovely. Next, she discusses the environment. She says 2024 will also be a year for the environment, with climate change being the focus. Well, the climate always changes. It does. It's cyclical. The imbalance of the water element could bring flooding and destabilization to many areas, such as landslides. And we've got to think over the past week or so, we had what they were calling the Pineapple Express or whatever, with the severe rains that hit out there on the West Coast. So that was very much within the time frame that they were discussing. The wood dragon encourages us to replenish the land by planting more trees and looking after our forest. We try to do that a lot around here. And I have trees. I was discussing with my mother just the other day about planting of trees. So that means I need to order me some trees. From a feng shui perspective, the annual number dominating the year's energy flow is 3, which also relates to the wood element. This can indicate thunder and lightning, which can be sudden and dramatic. Historically, during the last wood dragon year 60 years ago, the United States experienced the most powerful earthquake in history in Alaska with a 9.2 magnitude. Now think of this, and we've got this eclipse coming across the United States April the 8th. Y'all pray for us, for real. I mean, I pray for us, but everybody else that's out there, pray for one another. Everybody pray. It says building of tunnels and bridges may take precedence in 2024, as 60 years ago, the Eurotunnel was committed and Queen Elizabeth opened the 4th suspension bridge in Scotland. And the next talks about science and technology. Dragon years also boost great scientific progress, and this will be amplified by the intelligence of the wood element of the year. This is a cycle when AI will seriously take our world by force. That's kind of a powerful word to use right there. And it says digital technology and robotic developments will increase, and there will be healthcare breakthroughs. Overall, 2024 will be disruptive, but with positive innovations taking us into the future. I'm stuck on the word force. And next thing, yeah, this is kind of freaking me out here. Space, being the only mythical creature of the Chinese zodiac representing the Earth and other planets, we may look ahead to conquering other planets in the year of the dragon. 60 years ago, space travel took place beyond our Earth's orbit, and the Mariner spacecraft was launched by NASA to study Mars. And there's been how many countries lately? Japan just recently sent some kind of a something rocket or whatever it was, and I can't remember if it was to the moon or to Mars. I think it may have been to the moon, but they had problems because I think it tipped over and the images were coming back, upside down. That makes sense too, because everything is upside down right now. So you just got to pay attention to some of these things. It says that horoscopes for 2024, and it says now that we have an idea of the impending energy of the wood dragon, we may look at the individual Chinese zodiac signs. And the following forecasts are of a generic nature, so depending on which type of elemental zodiac sign you were born under, your luck will vary due to a person's individual luck cycle. A wood rat's luck may vary from that of a person born in a water rat year, for instance. Like I said, this is a very complex system, and there are those that really understand that. I'm not. It was more just Western astrology was what I'm more familiar with. But I am very much willing to learn. And they're talking about the ones that are supposed to have better luck in 2024. Those are people that were born under the sign of the pig, the goat, the ox, and the snake. And the ones that are going to have some challenges this year, the dog, dragon, monkey, and horse. And those that are in between include the rabbit, rooster, tiger, and rat. And I will tell you that the symbolism of these animals can be totally different than Western thought. And if you'll notice, as far as the Native Americans, a lot of their totems are totally different than Western thought. So before you sit there and go, you're a rat, now find out what that rat means. That rat can be clever. It can be very innovative. And if you really think about the behaviors of these different animals, and that's when you're going to get closer to the actual symbolism than just somebody calling somebody, trying to use that as a slam. And why do we do that? Why are you slamming other people anyhow? And it was interesting because as I was searching for this story, there today, which is February the 9th, 2024, Gateway Pundit had reported that Hawaii was hit with a powerful 5.7 magnitude earthquake around 10 a.m. and it says local time. I don't know what that was. And then a couple of hours later, Los Angeles had a 4.6 magnitude earthquake. And that was just today. And then from Daily Mail, and all these links will be there in the description box. And they had, as far as Iceland, that they had a volcanic eruption on February the 8th, and it's in a state of emergency. And the eruption had damaged hot water pipes, and it saw huge flows of lava pouring out from an almost 2-mile-long crack in the Earth's surface. And that smoke flumes could be seen from 25 miles away from the capital. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. And it says the 33 active volcanoes in the area surrounding yesterday's eruption sit on top of the mid-Atlantic ridge. And the last time eruptions began 800 years ago, they didn't stop for a decade. And now, after 6 eruptions in the last 3 years, many are worried that the time has come again. But we got a whole lot of fear-mongering going on right now. So, it doesn't matter. Sit there. Celebrate. Celebrate. It's a new year. Do you some things about learning about the Chinese zodiac and about what the symbol of the dragon and the wood dragon and all the different elements. It's fascinating. Now, I am a fan of Chinese medicine. I'm also a fan of Ayurveda. And if you work with nature instead of against it, things go a whole lot better. And that's part of the feng shui. But we've got a lot of people trying to go against nature. That ain't working so good. So maybe we need to just all renew our minds and rethink. Yeah, and kids, he's out of the house for the weekend. So I'm like, me and the cats, we're going to we just going to go buck wild. So if you've had experiences with paranormal or supernatural encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, you can send me an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. The email address is there in the description box. Also, we've got some new people. Welcome. Hope you have a blessed day. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. The main thing, regardless of what happens, regardless of what blows up, remember that you're loved. If everybody in the world woke up each morning with that understanding and knowledge that they were created for a purpose, with purpose, and that they are loved and to be loved, how different could our world be? Let your little light shine today. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup. Bye.